Hi Sagittarius, this is your May 2020 general forecast. So this is for Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, and Sagittarius Rising signs. This is an extended forecast for the whole month, you guys, so this is going to be quite in depth. You are going to be able to view both your bi-weeklies and the end of the month bi-weekly will be available to you probably by the second week of May. So you'll at least have the first half of the month and then your whole entire month here. Asking that you forgive my tardiness in getting these out to you. I've been a little bit off schedule because where I live we had this immense bizarre tragedy a little over a week ago now, and it just sort of took the breath out of me. So anyway, I'm back. Let's concentrate. It's all about Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. What do you guys need to know for May 2020? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, May 2020. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, May 2020. You have these cuties jumping out. It'll be interesting to see if they show up in your reading, but it's always nice to see these two cards separately. Indeed, together is really nice. You could be taking a new leap of faith into the future regarding your own personal, say, health or financial well-being, financial independence. That's very nice to see for you. All right, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising for May 2020. All right, guys, let's get out your first layer. I am going to use 2 decks of tarot, and then we'll get 4 oracle cards for you to polish up your reading today. Starting off with the Death card. It's actually kind of cool. We'll see what comes around it. Okay. We have the recent past being the Tower, so it does look like there could be some significant changes for you here. And it looks like by the end of the month, perhaps a major decision. Wow, bottom of the deck energy is the Magician. Lots of majors, very interesting majors here for you guys. So we did see that 9 and the Fool jump out at the beginning. Now, while it didn't show up in the first layer, it may jump out in the second. But it is interesting to see that because this could be a part of your subconscious right now as well, where, you know, maybe that's tapped into Sagittarius needs of late, or that's just a long-held dream of yours. So as a general reading, this can be interpreted regarding any circumstance that you're currently going through, okay? If you do have a personal question or a very specific concern, just contact me for a personal reading, but this is for all Sages, okay? Magician at the bottom of the deck, you have all the aces, you have everything you need, you have all the resources. You may not have to look very far to get the help that you require. You may have all of the information and you merely need to make a move, is what I'm seeing there in the Magician alone, right? Also, it is the first card, it's the second in the major arcana, but it is the number 1, meaning this is up to you. This is self-directed. And we see some, you know, a wish card over here, some, you know, an independent wish card over here. I'm just looking for duplicates of numbers right now. I don't see any. Significant changes. Either you're seeking them or they are coming or you expect them. I can say that because the Tower is in your recent past and, you know, you're going to have to welcome this whether this is planned or unplanned, it looks like. But it will give you some freedom up away from a sense of emotional, say, pain or concern. But it could just be that the death or the transformation concerns the way you feel and you can now get excited about something. Maybe something was under wraps or uninspiring here and you can now become more excited about it. And I'm pleased to see that, especially near the end of the month here. All right, guys, so let's get your second layer on top and just dive right in. Yeah, it could very well have to do with work. We have 2 aces now. That world, we have our 2 4 of cups. There's the sun. Wow, look at all these crazy majors. Holy guys. So, bottom of the deck. So paired with this, right, concerning the magician is the 10 of swords. You are done with something. You're done with a conversation, a series of conversations, a belief system, some sort of communication. Again, as a general reading, this could be about a relationship, a job, a career choice, a spiritual path, whatever that is for you, Sag. You know, it is looking here as though a cycle is ending. Maybe you're just free from something now. Maybe you're free from an overcomplicated situation. Maybe you're free from finally being stabbed in the back by somebody. Maybe you're getting out of your own way. Let's look at what's going on here. Big changes to what you've already had underway. So the Death card qualified by the 8 of Pentacles, something that you'd already been in process of, something you've been working toward already, had become probably very adept at it. You know, moving into a sense of self-mastery here. There is a major transformation around that, it looks like, right? So this is how you're about to go work. Maybe you are leveling up quicker than you had anticipated. Maybe there's going to be a transformative effect to how you've been working on something, or even what you've been working on. And it might even set you free, because this is the situation. What's crossing that, or what could be holding that up or helping that move forward, is the Temperance card qualifying the 8 of Cups, as you can see here. Now the 8 of Cups is really just moving away from an emotional trouble or concern. You're taking all of your valuables with you, so you've learned a lot. But here with Temperance, this is your energy. This is Sagittarius ruled Temperance. So I think some of this just could be, you know, staying lighthearted, believe it or not, you know, just seeing what was working, what wasn't working. We can see here very clearly that there was major changes in the recent past here with the Tower, Queen of Swords. There could have been a Libra involved. It could have had to do with a single woman, could have had to do with a divorce, could have had to do with, you know, divorcing a situation, a work situation. A very honest and concise conversation regarding contracts, legal engagements, definitely telling the truth. This person has seen and done everything. So, you know, this is in your recent past. This is crossing what's going on here. So this is definitely the Tower and the Queen is what I'm looking at, is influencing the present, obviously. This being the situation, major changes at work or even in the health world. And then, you know, you can walk away from troubles. Getting a lot of help here is really nice to see with the Temperance card. Similar to the Magician, the Temperance has some sort of a sense of alchemy. Different to the Magician, where there is, you know, tangible resources with the Magician. With the Temperance, there's this sense of something's behind the scenes. Something is possible here. And you can sort of see her with the flow of water in between the 2 cups. So there's definitely something in motion, but it is Jupiter ruled, right? You know, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. So there's a very positive aspect to Temperance, and you could even be pleased with what is coming into your life. At the foundation, a new offer of love, a new offer of peace in your heart. There could be a new beginning here where there was a period of disinspiration or feeling uninspired. It's very interesting to note that the Rider-Waite imagery for the 4 of Cups has the 3 of Cups in front of an individual and a 4th being offered similarly to this. So I'm going to read this in terms of really keep your eyes open to a source of inspiration, or even just love itself, right? Even just a sense of purity, or being open to love, or remembering what love felt like, or, you know, doing it for love, that type of thing. Because it looks here as though there could even be 2 opportunities that are being missed at the foundation here. Or perhaps you've forgotten why you started this project, or, you know, that the heart needs to be involved in this project in order for it to be concrete or successful. So, and it could just be that world events being what they are, people are taxed out a little bit. So, you know, if you needed a break, definitely, but, you know, come back to that with a new sense of awareness around how you feel, feeling as though you're full of love, or you can tap into a place of love. And again, there could be a new offer there. Either you're offering it to someone else or they're offering it to you, Sagittarius. Here's our recent past, right? The Tower, qualified by the Queen of Swords. So we have some Mars energy here with Tower. The cool thing about Tower is that something wasn't built to last anyway. So something has to sort of fall apart here. However, you know, with the Queen, it could be because of new information. She's going to be accurate. She prides herself on accuracy and data and numbers and evidence. So it could just be that perhaps you had plans here and they're thwarted somewhat. Or the plan that you had is thwarted and you maybe have to move in a little bit of a different direction or a little bit different way because something back here wasn't built on solid ground. This could be because of new information as well, right? Remember, we have to deal with information here. We have to move on. You could even have so much information here that something's finally helpful. Maybe you learned a lot that wasn't helpful and you're finally learning what is, and that gives you power. That gives you the ability to do something with it, right? Sometimes not having the answers is worse than having the answer even if it's not what you want to hear. So it's almost like finding out the answer here could be upsetting or even catastrophic, but it will be valuable because it will be helpful. So again, in your recent past, I would say the first week just coming in to May, okay? Here we're about to head into the second week, but I'm still within the first to second week up here, just entering into the second week. This column is the last 2 weeks of the month. Six of Swords qualified by the World is crowning you. So yeah, you can definitely move into a brand new future. The World is not a mediocre energy. The World here, the major arcana qualifying this minor 6. There could be short-term travel indicated here. But 10 to 1, the Six of Swords is really going to speak to a travel of the mind. You get to change your mind about something. You get to be illuminated here with information that helps you move away from troubled waters. As we see here, you get to move away from a troubled emotional world. The World card itself is the last major arcana in the arcana set. Major arcana set of 22 cards. And this indicates extraordinary, as in tectonic shifts. And tectonic really does mean, you know, the plates of the earth. It really does mean, you know, the ground that we stand on. So something could be extremely life-altering here for you. Again, I'm not seeing it in a really negative way at all. I'm seeing it in a way that is perhaps you weren't expecting. But nonetheless, you now have excuse me, the data or the information in order to move into the future, into a new world. Whether this could mean for you, Sagittarius, that you are moving house, country, province, state, you know, even continent. This could be you getting out of a situation where you were living on the water and onto the land, for example, or you can dock somewhere else. But this is specifically speaking to a country or, you know, a place in the, if this isn't a physical place, this could be a place in the mind. You can now, you now are in a new world that is perhaps unfamiliar to you, but you are stable and secure there. You have more chances there. Sag, here in our near future, we have the Three of Wands qualified by our second, right? We saw the first back here, Four of Cups. There is a future disinspiration, unfortunately. You're just kind of, maybe you need some advice, maybe you need some inspiration here, but you know, the Three of Wands was looking for, waiting for what it had set itself up to do in the future, right? This is waiting for the rewards of taking that step, following through with the plan. The Four of Cups is really saying, oh, you can see it here. Remember I said there was like the Three of Cups and then it's being handed to him? This is where I'm seeing the Ace of Cups, right? It's coming in the cloud here. It's being handed to you from a cloud here, from source. So again, I think it just might be wise here to approach something with some heart, or remember why you started something. You could require your peer group or some, you know, friendships or inspiration at this time. There could be a third-party situation here as well. Maybe someone didn't follow through and help you with something, or you have to wait, right? The fours, while they create stability, they also maintain this sort of status quo. Something isn't moving very quickly here. So maybe you wanted answers to something that you have to just wait for. Now, we do have in the position representing how you see yourself is the Knight of Swords qualified by the Sun. So you feel like you're going to get this information. You are going to get, at least by the third week here, you could even be getting very positive information, which is really welcome at this time. I really feel like you could have been accessing perhaps even an expert in their environment here. So clinical, legal, some sort of expertise, a single woman, possibly, very likely rather. But here with the Knight of Swords qualified by the Sun in the position that represents how you see yourself is extremely successful, extremely positive. So I feel like you are self-advocating here. If you are working on behalf of someone else, you're definitely taking steps in order to assist them until something is solved. The Knight of Swords can provide some options to information, or it can be incomplete information, or just in a hurry. So, you know, make sure you sort of take it all and then look at perhaps at another time. You don't have to believe everything necessarily, but definitely be aware of all the information coming your way. Some of it will be extremely helpful, if not all of it. And it may even help solve a problem here for you because the sun shines on that. And there could be a child involved. There could be a Gemini individual here. Actually, Gemini is indicated twice in this reading. Certainly if it's not the person, it could be the house of communication and education, right? So communication is extremely important here for you. Here in the position representing how others are seeing you, a major wish fulfillment, guys. Absolutely beautiful to see the Nine of Cups qualified by the Empress. So this is enlightenment. This is a birth. When I say enlightenment, I say that with the Empress because it's ruled by Venus. And Venus is, you know, the brightest star. It's an illuminating star. It is also female-centric. So if this has to do with a female loved one in your life, or if you are female watching this, if it has to do with female reproductivity, an actual child, as I mentioned just a moment ago, you could have a wish come true in this area. Nine of Cups is beautiful. There could even be a cause for celebration here with regard to a birth or a major creative project. Something that is very, very abundant here. So you know, at least how other people are experiencing you as someone who lives very abundantly and with a very full, happy heart. Nine of Cups is just a splendid energy. Here with your hopes and fears, we have the Ace of Wands qualified by the Chariot. This is a major victory and a new direction for you. A very major victory in a new direction. You get the green light, despite this being an orange colored card. You get the green light to move ahead confidently here, guys. Absolutely stunning energy. You could be dealing with a Cancer individual or have Cancer in your own chart. But nonetheless, a victory and mobility. If this has to do with a vehicle or travel itself, guys, it could be on land or on water. It really doesn't matter. You could get the green light to be free from something. This is moving. You get to take action. And if it does have to do with business, if it does have to do with a type of apprenticeship or a mastery of a job or career, this could be the green light to go back into it or to improve it somehow or to level up, right? We're dealing with a major on top of a big move here. Something could, someone around you may be taking a major leap into the future as well. I'm just reading this as your energy. And you do have 2 aces. In that respect, I do want to indicate that a new workplace or home, as I mentioned back here, a new workplace or home indicated by 2 aces. It looks very likely for you. So really super exciting, guys. You might even have, and it's just dawning on me now that you might even have, and this is a break from worry and a feeling of being left out as well, right? You have the answers now. You don't have to worry about this pettiness. You could be very well be looking at 2 different jobs here, guys. Now, I recognize I'm not looking at a 2 of Pentacles, but we do have 2 Knights here. 1 Swords, 1 Pentacles, and then we have a Knight of Pentacles qualifying the Lover's card, which is Gemini or a decision, right? So because of it's not looking at a 2 of Pentacles, because it's not looking like a choice, a small choice on a big decision, it's looking like you can possibly even do both of these, which it could be right up your alley. Maybe that's what you wanted. 2 Knights does indicate friends from the past. So we're looking at a lot of really exciting opportunities, particularly by the last 2 weeks of the month, guys. Friends from the past, a new workplace or home. Super exciting. So this Knight brings news of money, income potential, long-term stability. Because this is Gemini ruled, again, this could be third-party situation, but because we're looking at Gemini in the major arcana Lovers, this could have to do with a job or even 2 jobs that you actually really like. So wouldn't that be a beautiful way to end the month with? Or at least 2 opportunities or 2 directions that you can easily manage and that do help secure your future. It could even have to do with communication. Either each job or both jobs, or people, right? Could be 2 people, could be 2 situations, 2 homes. But whatever it is, it's definitely more than one, and it looks like at least one of them has to do with communication, right? And then we mentioned this back here, third house, right? Gemini ruled communication, Gemini energy back here, communication. This could even have to do, you were, by the end of the second week, you're just waiting. You're like, okay, I want to move forward. I want to move forward in this direction. And, by the 4th week, this looks extremely positive for you. So really, really, oops, wow. I almost dropped them all. Really interesting reading. Extremely positive reading, extremely positive outcome. Big changes. Not entirely out of your scope of belief, however. I don't want to make it sound like seeing these 2 together means that everything's going to fall apart, nothing is going to be nice. Sometimes when we're seeing, those 2 8s, especially the 8 of Cups, the 8 of Pentacles, you need peace of mind. You need to feel valued for what you're contributing. And maybe this is part of it. Maybe you're looking for a place or an opportunity to be valued or to increase your potential, personal or professional potential. I mean, can't really mess around with all these majors either. We have 3 in a row right here. Forgive me, 4 in a row. Sun, Empress, Chariot, Lovers. Whatever's happening in May for you, Sag, it looks like a big deal, and it looks like, by and large, it's going to be very much appreciated and very welcome. It just looks like you have to get through at least the first 2 weeks to get the information and to be able to move forward in a new direction. At least one brand new direction that you really like, that is really positive for you. So let's just get one more card out of the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. And we'll get your reading all finished off for you guys. So far, so good. Super pretty. Surrender and release is really nice. We're seeing this here. It could just be that there's an emotional contract, whether you have it with someone else or even if this is all about you. You know, maybe you promised something and you can't follow through, or it's taken away, or it's undone somehow. You know, we're going to surrender and release to something bigger and better for yourself, because this is really important to see this crowning you, the Six of Swords with the World, okay? This new position, beginning, person, whatever it is going to help embolden you into a new environment, a new lifestyle, a new way of feeling good and feeling healthy and being abundant. So surrender and release. Surrender the past. Thank you for being there. And then release the need to have all the answers right now, because they are coming. Dragonfly, oops, I have to show you. Dragonfly is illusion, right? I think that some of this was because of an illusion. Things are going to fall apart, or have fallen apart, or been under major transformation here because of an illusion. Whether that was yours or theirs, I don't know if that makes so much of a difference as it does, as long as it gets solved. New love, we really see this here, guys. New love, right? A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Wouldn't that be nice? So Sag, even if you're coupled, you know, there's no harm in meeting someone akin or a soulmate that, you know, makes you feel valued or important. If you are coupled and that new person hasn't shown up, it could just be a new appreciation for a loved one. And then here and now, this is the present moment. This is all we have. This is all that matters. So be in the here and now. I'm going to suggest really strongly here, guys, that we just pay attention to love, pay attention to what's really in your heart, instead of, say, longing or bemoaning or feeling like something isn't good enough or it's not happening fast enough. You know, if we get out of that sense of illusion, it could just be time motivated for you. You know, if we can get out of that, we can enjoy what is, right? Remember that cup being offered to you is inspiration. It's inspiration. So, and there is a new love and there is a new opportunity. So stay in the moment, guys. I really feel this is so positive for you. I'm wishing you all the best. If you guys like my content, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. If you have a second, comment below. I love hearing from you. I hope everyone's doing well during these extremely weird times. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye for now.